All right, guys, we are recording the session now. We still have about 5 minutes to the open, so let me know if there's anything you want to discuss. Matt, no, I don't use previous day's close. I draw
Nope.
levels on the charts, but a lot of times it does align with previous day's close or previous day's highs and lows. So you could say I use it. I have no problem with using it. You can use it. I use it for a long time. Guys, could somebody please just pop into the live trading channel in our Discord, the voice channel? And let the guys in there know that we are here in the Zoom call, please. I can't go in there. I'll have to turn on the VPN again and it'll shut everything down again. If somebody could, that would be great. We got 3 or 4 lost people. Thanks. Yeah, there we go. A lot of confusion here this morning. So 3 more minutes to go, guys. So the schedule today will be the same. I'll be here for about an hour and a half or so. And then 11 a.m. I go on YouTube Live for some live trading there. And ideally, I don't have to trade all day because it is my parents' anniversary today. I'm supposed to be out at dinner in about an hour from now. So let's see how that goes. I'll probably just join them late.
Hey Avi, how are you?
Good, Ziad. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good.
Avi, when you say on YouTube, do you mean on the BBT?
Yeah, that's right.
Right,
PBT.
okay, so yeah, we can have it on the BBT itself.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be on YouTube Live, so come say hi there, and it'll be Paras and me trading live over there.
Oh, super. Okay, we'll see you then.
Yeah.
Is this a regular thing you're doing now, Avi?
Since yesterday, it's regular. Let's see how long this goes or how long this lasts. If it's good, if it's sustainable and it's providing value, then sure, you know.
Quick one, Avi, I know you don't like before opening, but looking at Apple, you think it will break down today?
Let's see. I have no idea what it wants. It could
Yeah, I
break.
see the daily, it's very critical on this level.
Oh, if you look at the daily, I'm seeing support down here in this 241, 242 area. See this
Oh,
right here? The big buyers came in. This is basically an
okay.
pattern consolidation. Big buyers push up, and then every time it came here in the last few days, it's pushing up.
True, but this is the third time, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So, you have the level just about there. That's a very critical level, just about 242. If it breaks down from there, it's probably going to rip down really fast. Otherwise, I just see buyers pushing it up all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Avi, how do you find your YouTube channel with the one you trade with
It,
Paris?
it's the Bear Bull Traders channel. It's not my channel. It's Bear Bull Traders.
But I am on Bearable Trader, but I can't find it. I couldn't find it yesterday either.
They're live right now.
Yeah,
Brian.
that I can see. But
Yeah.
after that, when you guys go, they don't show it.
No, that okay. Well, it's just going to be a continuation of this stream that they're on right now. And
Which is Android isn't right, correct?
exactly. Yep. It's just this
Okay.
live stream. It'll just continue.
And what time does it start? You are Paris 11?
11. Yep.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Cool. All right, guys, the market is open. Wait for your setups. I'm going to go through the same thing, look for levels. So Apple, we just discussed, we have support down here. That's a pretty obvious one. What is this level we got? Oh, yeah, that's the high of 2 days ago. Aligns very nicely over here with these highs. So two levels in play for now. That's all we really need. And what is we got Microsoft, that's next. Microsoft really upset me. I wanted to short it yesterday from the top. I just didn't. It wasn't a perfect setup, otherwise it would have been great. All right, so the levels from yesterday. Well, this one's still there. Don't need to play with it. This one's good. I don't see much that we need to change. You just put yesterday's low if it wants to get down there. Be nice to see something in this area. Don't really see much, but over there, can see the high on that candle. That's it. Nothing to change really. It's fine where it is. Nvidia, yeah, nothing to work with. You got that big high over there. Look at that, already rejecting. What's interesting, I think I'll put a level here, previous day's high. Something could happen there. And work with previous day's low as well. There you go. Three very nice levels. You got this big one here. This has been in place since yesterday. AMD, again, same levels, nothing really to work with. We have yesterday's high, so let's use that. What is this one? Oh, this is 130, which we discussed yesterday again. Big buyer over there and earlier too. So 130 is a level there. Oops, sorry. And then you just have previous day's highs and lows. You have this wick is interesting. I like this. You see the bottom here? That aligns with the open yesterday. So about 129. I remember 129, we were trading it yesterday live on YouTube. Paris took the long off of 129. So that's an important place. So 129 and 130. That's already in that area. Tesla, again, not much to work with. Previous day's low, which is also low a few days ago. High of a couple days ago. It's fine where it is. Amazon. Amazon was fun yesterday, huh? Again, you have previous day's high. You have this low is very good. Yeah, right about here. This candle is strange. It's inside. But you see, I like this one. This is buyers were in this area after it was resistance, turned support, pushed up from here. Then that's the resistance, which is yesterday's action as well. So that's fine where it is. You can see where it is there. Those levels are very important, about 229. And Meta, I swear to God, today I'm going to get Meta. Yesterday just got away from me. All right. Yesterday's high was really obvious, and you can see it. Yeah, resistance as well. And what is this? Oh, yeah. This big wick, big push down started right there. Firm resistance, firm sellers. Let's see if that turns into support. Could be fun. And Google already playing with yesterday's high. That's good. Okay, I say Google and this phone starts buzzing at me. All right, there we go. And that is there. Yeah, not much else to work with on Google. Okay, good. That's it. All the levels are in place. Oof, Microsoft dropped and Apple pushed up. Look at that. Who's short on Nvidia? This is the big one. Nvidia is a lot of fun. It's the short everyone's talking about. All you scalpers again. Good fun. Wow. Yeah, this is a one and done trade for so many scalpers. If you're doing it right, Nvidia at the open, you're done. Tesla similar going up. Meta is similar going down. Wow. It's all one direction. Very nice. Google, Amazon, everything's putting in big candles already. Very cool. AJ, yeah, these recordings of these sessions are on module 8 of the course in Trading Terminal. So as long as you have an email address, you can sign up in Trading Terminal and get full access to that module. So yeah, you can see the trades live as they happen. You can see the stops where they are and all that stuff. All right. So anything interesting? Anyone got a good trade yet? I see lots of opportunities. Just not for my style. Not yet. Whoa. Something went wrong here. Okay, now it's working. You know, the other thing I don't like about trading the open is these big candlesticks. Because the candlesticks are so big, I have to put a small size. I can't put on the size I like to put on because my stop is on the other side of the 5 minute candlestick. So I prefer to enter the market when the candlesticks are small, which happens later. That way I can put on a serious size. And then the hard part is just letting it run. It takes hours to go. But it's the way I like to do things, and that's how you get bigger moves. Anyways, there you go. Nvidia through 150 right at that level that we have from yesterday, 149.50 or so. Did anyone catch this? I mean, seriously, it's a good one. ORB.
Any sort of good pullback out entered, but it's just dumping.
Yeah, it's fast. It's really fast. You got to catch the Rising Devil or 1 minute ORB or something like that. I used to trade these all the time. Be done in like 3 minutes. But that was a few years ago. So Nvidia, if it does a nice big double bottom at 150, I mean, that's a good one. Just go for all-time highs. Just break, break, break. Again, all these moves you're seeing right now, in my opinion, they're the smaller move of the day. So I'm going to let this play out and then participate later.
Abby, what do you think? What is the normal time to get the major move for the day?
I haven't been able to pinpoint a time, but to put it simply, you can see the speed of the market. Even the volume will tell you. You can see the momentum. You can see all these candlesticks are moving so fast right now. When you see that they're not moving so fast anymore, they look almost like screenshots. They're so slow. That's when you know that all that opening excitement, let's say, is over. That's when you can begin to look for the next big wave of buyers or sellers to come in and get into the trend for the day. So that's the way I perceive it. And a lot of times that's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. I don't really have a pinpoint on it, but basically you're looking for that opening volatility to end. And then nice patterns on small 5 minute candles tend to start showing themselves. There we go. Apple. Apple's messy, eh? I love these levels. Look at that. NVIDIA straight to the level and then no, starts to change its behavior. Amazon's very interesting. Look at that. Pushing right down. Gets to the 226, 225 area. Its behavior will change again. Oh, and AMD. This is that perfect ORB setup, 5 minute ORB, engulfing crack, all that. It's happening right now. Andrew loves this. I used to trade this a lot. This was one of my favorite strategies as well. Again, it's scalping. So catching the breakout and you're trying to scalp it through 130 and up. Meta is getting away again. Keep an eye on AMD, guys. I think that could be a good breakout setup. It's happening already. If you like breakouts, if you like 5-minute ORBs. But I need to figure out what to do about Meta. Oh, oops. Um, so it's an interesting area. So it consolidated here and then pushed that breakout candle, which the low was here, the buyer was here, 621. Don't know if that's significant enough. Yeah, lower. Yeah. Oh, this is it. I found it. I found it. It took me 2 days to find this. The wick on this candle, which is the close on this candle, which is also the bottom on this candle, 620 effectively. There we go. 620 is the level. I like that one. Let's see if it goes. And Apple, all right. High of day break coming up on Apple, perhaps. Tesla, very, very strong, eh? Again, this is shaping up to be a pattern. Anyone guess what this kind of pattern is? It goes up, it consolidates, and it goes again. Yes, no?
No, what is it?
ABCD. Simplest pattern out there. You could see the pullback was pretty deep, but it wasn't below where the move began. So you have the A down here, the B up here, the C is showing itself where the wicks are. The D is the breakout, 410. There it goes. Boom. Hey, who caught that? That's awesome. This thing moves $1.50 in a second. I hope you guys caught that. Again, another setup I used to trade a lot. Lots of momentum. Tesla is awesome. Nvidia now messing with 150 again, as expected. What do we have? JCA, yeah, I recommend starting with shares no matter what. It's not about my method or anything. It's about learning price action, learning how you interact with the market. It's more about really a self-discovery process more than learning strategy. Strategy is the easy part. And then, you grow from there and then I'd suggest go leverage it up later when you have that confidence behind you. So yeah, options are all leverage. Be very careful. You don't jump into options right away. Trade the shares, as in get good at trading the shares. It takes a number of years, and then you level it up. Matt, yeah, it's a sandwich. You could call this a 3-bar play. Yeah, it's basically a 5-minute 3-bar play. It's amazing how fast this was. Anyone catch this? 410 breakout, boom. That's the fourth opportunity already for scalping. There goes AMD now doing it. Let's see if it holds through 130. So long as it holds above 130, could be good. Well, it had to come back down. Boom, there it goes. New highs, boom. 131 now. Fantastic. Very nice. So we have Tesla, AMD, both of them working now. Right at the open, we had Nvidia and Apple working and Amazon. And Meta, if you if you trade Meta, Meta's a bit of a tough one. But again, Amazon, look at this. Level right there, as expected. It's already put in basically tweezer bottoms. A good indication for a scalp going up. Again, not a trade I will take, but I like it. All right. Well, Microsoft as well. Look at that thing just go. Did this yesterday too. It just goes out of nowhere. I don't know how you can plan this trade, catch this long, but it just goes out of nowhere. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh man, I might take Meta short, but it's too early. And Apple as well is going, but it's a bit tricky. This was a big seller. You can see the top of this wick on the first candle. It broke out of that, but then put in another wick. So you know the buyers are in charge because the price is pushing higher, but there are still wicks. There are still sellers showing themselves in this 245 area. So it's a little tricky. Well, this time wants to go. Let's see if the buyers really take over this price action. It's been a struggle around this 245 area. Oof, Google also doing the same pattern as AMD, Apple as well. Yeah, man, everything. Wow. Look at that. Google. Look at that. Same thing. Call it a sandwich if you like. Engulfing crack, whatever you want to call it. Another nice pattern. Oh man. This is good. Let things move, break out, and then 30 minutes later, a retest for me to get involved or some sort of reversal. Meta has my attention because it did this breakout of this level down here and it moved nicely. Then it comes back to retest. It's doing a retest now. It's a pretty good one. So if this candle closes bearish, then the new low would be the entry. Stop just above the level and ideally it just runs all day. But let's see. I don't want it to be a big candle also. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah. Everything's stuck a little bit in the last couple of minutes. Everything pushed up and looks like the first profit takers are doing it. You can see on Apple, Tesla, and Google's a little slow. Anyone catch AMD? I bet a lot of people probably got stopped out on this third candle a few times, one or two attempts before catching the move. Because it did set up really well right here between the second and third candle. Sully, why do stocks move to these levels? Because because stocks have memory. And I don't know the exact details of why that happens. All I know is that it does happen. And there are many, many theories and stuff out there. You know, when somebody buys at a certain level, they want to defend that price. So they'll, hold through that level if it goes back to it. There's so many different ideas that you can read books and books and books about it. And I've read plenty of them and gone through plenty of them. I don't have a conclusion. All I know is that levels tend to get respected. And by respected, I mean if I see a pattern that I like to see at the level and then a confirmation of that pattern, then I'll put on the risk. So that's kind of the way I see it. And there's all kinds of like emotional arguments, like $100,000 on Bitcoin. That's an emotional number. And there's you can go and have debates on this all day, but I'm not gonna get into that. Google 200. There we go. Oh man, I should have cut Google. I might not even take a trade today if this is how it is. Just walk away from this whole mess. It's fantastic trading. I mean, it's really great scalping opportunities again, but not for me. Might take 2 hours before I find something. Because I'm just seeing the momentum is there, the volatility is there. It's all right there. It's still here and it's very, very active. says not so encouraging right now. Just let it go. Wow. Who caught Google? This was an epic move, man. About $2 or $1.50 up to 200.
Yeah, I got that.
Nice. Yeah, man. You know all the patterns, man.
Abby, back to Apple. Is this the hammer kind of hammer you're looking for, or
Let's see. Yep, that hammer makes good sense, but it's not happening at a level. It's happening between levels for me.
between levels, right? Yeah.
And it's happening after big giant candles. So it could easily just be these bulls over here taking profits rather than bears taking over. So it's too much indecision from my mind to take this trade. Anyways, not at a level I won't take. You could have a level there. I just don't. Not the way I do levels. Is there anything there? I mean, I don't see anything. I'm not gonna go and create something. Yeah, let it be. Yep, but it's a good pattern. Good call on that. It's a good
Yeah.
hammer. It's all about.
Actually, it's at the PDC of yesterday, right? So the PDC.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, if you believe in PDC, then yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see.
Mhm. All right, Meta's teasing me now. So it did print a bearish candle, but it's got the wicks here. I mean, this is not. It's too risky. I want to short it, but it's just too risky. Let it go. But watch, I say that now and then it's gonna go, and I'm gonna be upset, like yesterday. I can't believe that trade on Meta yesterday. Just I sat there for 4 hours just looking at it. I was upset with myself that I didn't take it. Trying to figure out how can I actually take that. And I tried to look at it, and in so many ways there was nothing wrong with it. It was just a good setup that I didn't take. Just one of those. And that's a little frustrating because you have to take your setups when they present themselves. You must. Otherwise, you're not gonna make money. For now, yeah, Meta's trouble. Here, let me show you something. This is interesting. This is where people get all mixed up. Look at Amazon. It came right down to the level, right? And you think, all right, there's buyers here pushing up. It did the tweezer bottoms. You could have scalped it going up towards this 227 area. But really, what it's doing is it keeps hitting itself on this level, which is an indication of a breakout going down more than a reversal. If it was going to be a reversal, you would have seen aggressive buyers by now. I mean, already, as soon as it hit the level, you would have seen one of those big hammers with a big tail or a double bottom, which this is not even becoming a double bottom. Because look, it's just stuck at the bottom. It's not going up and coming back. That would be a double bottom. So there's two possibilities here. Either it sits here all day or it breaks down. The most likely possibilities are those two. For now, it's just sitting there. And even if it breaks out, I mean, trade the retest. Don't have to trade the breakout. So these are things I'm looking at. There goes Microsoft now. Yeah, looking great again. Yeah. Google.
Avi, what do you think about liquidity in the market?
I have no opinion about that because it's not something I look at because I already put it in my favor by trading only these top 8 stocks that we know are very liquid. So I'm not fussed about it. But if you are looking at exotic stuff with a catalyst and all, then you got to look at those things. You look at the RVol, you look at the gap, you look at liquidity, all of those things.
What I mean is not that liquidity. The liquidity in the, like, let's say Microsoft, where the swings higher than the swings lows are, or the double top, double bottoms where the liquidity sits there,
Mhm.
the sell liquidity or the buy liquidity, depending where the market is going. Have you studied that? Do you have any opinion on that?
Yeah, I did used to look at that within these patterns as you're looking at the volume at these areas, you're looking at the order book in these areas, you're looking at the tape in these areas to, get confirmations for your trades. But I found that if I just look at purely candlesticks, I get all that information anyway. All those other indicators about liquidity don't add any value to me. If I just wait for really clean candlesticks, that's all I need. So for that reason, I stopped paying attention to the order book and the tape and even the volume bars and VPOC and all of those sorts of things. Because, with candlesticks, it's just easier, much easier to read. very much more simple, and it gives me just as much information as if I went and tried to understand all that stuff and spend years deciphering it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't care about it anymore.
I see. And I see you don't look at 1 minute candle anymore. You're mostly looking at five, right?
Yeah, so like I said, with these candlestick patterns, I need them to be really good. In the 1 minute, yeah, you'll get a lot of opportunities, but then you also get out quicker, you get smaller moves, all that stuff. So I'm trying
Right.
not to get involved, and I just want big, nice, clean moves. That's important to me. So I think
I
I
see.
see an opportunity here on Meta. I might short the heck out of this now because this candle printed very bearish, made a new low as well. This is good. 625 is too far. I have to go.
Thank you, Avi.
Yeah, sure. So it's going to be a heavy risk trade if I take it because it's there, but it's good. It's worth it. And you can see liquidity on options is now that's a real problem. Okay, the stop is just above the previous candle, the level over there, 930. I really want to put on a bigger size, but it's a little dicey. Anyways, I know this size is enough to keep me entertained. So there we go, short Meta for now. And we got 9 point. God damn, this thing is always messing with me. There we go. So on the other side of that candle, ideally it goes down and just trail the price down. So I like the setup. It's okay. It's breakout, retest, printed a bearish candle, but it wasn't exactly truly bearish because it has that wick. But then the second one was really bearish, and I like that, and which also created a new low below that the retest bearish candle. So that gave me the incentive to get into this. So this is good. Let's see. Hopefully one trade, and that's all you really need. AMD. Look at that. You guys want to see something? Look at that. Look at that big reverse hammer. And then it goes down. But again, not a high conviction trade or setup for me. And if you look also at NVIDIA, look at this, guys. Nice big reverse ABCD pattern. I mean, it doesn't get simpler than this. So now that this whole breakout has happened, I'll wait for it to pull back up, retest before I get excited. Tesla. Oh man,
I
Tesla.
got up and it hit my 5 hour target, so I guess I'll take 5 hour on that as it's diving.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is a super clean pattern. ABCDs, people get all flustered with it because you get partial patterns, as in they don't look quite right, but they're close. And then people take the trades on stuff that's not quite right. My opinion is wait for it to look perfect, which means you will take half the trades you'll take. You still get 5 trades a day, and you'll stop out on 3 of them. You get 2 of them to go 3 or 5 hour or whatever, and that's it. So don't bend your rules, is what I'm saying. Don't bend them. I did that. I made that mistake yesterday, and I've made that mistake many times over the years. Just don't bend your rules. It's not worth it. Because if you take a trade bending your rules, you're gonna be unable to manage the trade. And trade management is very important too, right? You have to be able to manage the trade. Otherwise, yeah, what's the point? Nothing's gonna work out for you.
Yeah, I've taken like 75% and moved to break even, but I guess that'll do.
All good, man. You're in
Yeah.
it. Legit, you're in it. I'm in this. This is going so far, so good. 620, I know is where I'd expect trouble, but all good. See, this is also a very nice ABCD pattern, along with the breakout. Here's a breakout, retest. It's just perfect alignment. And it didn't take very long. You wait maybe 20 minutes. Not a big deal. Now just let it run. And for now, I like NVIDIA. I really do. I want it to pull back. It'll probably pull back. I mean, these things pull back a lot of times. 147 area retest. And I'll do it's the same setup as Meta, just another reverse ABCD. There we go. So you can see the I think Lovepreet, you were asking, this opening volatility was all in here, this first 10 minutes, then push up and settle down, and then the new wave. And the second and third moves are generally much bigger than the first move. So that's what I'm attempting to get involved in here, the second move so far. Wow, Amazon, not Amazon, AMD really just crashed. Oh, look at this thing. Poof. That reverse hammer, it's really going. Nice. Everyone short something. It's that kind of day already. Amazon's breakout is likely. It's imminent. There it is. Amazon. Oh, just happened. I was just telling you it's imminent. There you go. New low breakout. Ideally, it's a good momentum breakout, then retest, and then we'll see. All right, I gotta move this. This was a big candle. I'm gonna struggle with this position on Meta because it's already moved fast. How do we do this? I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Okay. Stops. I've already, like, you can see with this strategy with trailing it, I've already cut down the risk I initially put on by like 3/4. It's almost at break even already. So I like this trailing strategy. So now at 620, you can expect buyers to get interested in this area. Shit, these candles are big. It's getting difficult to manage. Okay. That's the previous low. If it comes back in, I'll be out. So the stop has to be, whoa, has to be in this area. Okay, wow, this is going. Just run, run, run. So I'm looking at the previous low of day here on Meta. It's 624. If it comes back above that, I expect it to retest that at some point. If it really goes up into that, I don't want to be in this anymore. It's going the other way at that point, as in the buyers are taking over. So the exit is there. Look at this option. This is crazy. It just gaps. It gapped a whole dollar. This is just insane. These kinds of moves are wild. Anyways, Amazon as well. Who caught that breakout? I mean, everything's going down, but you just got to catch a setup. Look at that. I was telling you, right? Likely to break out or just stagnate. One of the other. And there it is. Amazon just going, going, going. I need a better strategy to manage this because once things move this fast, trailing stops can be risky. Let's see. I struggled with this on Tesla as well yesterday, just managing the trailing stop on huge candles. Let's see what happens. NVIDIA as well, again, reverse ABCD in play. AMD breakdown all the way down through 129. My goodness. Tesla 402. Oh, here we go. Tesla as well. This is
I
where
guess there was a 10 a.m. news, something.
oh, good.
Not
Yeah,
sure though.
it's possible. Yeah, everything just moved in one direction. They're going to increase in interest rates or something again. Pretty well expected. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. News. Cool.
It was the job opening report for November. It was expected jobs openings were 8.1
Hmm.
million, came out actual 7.73
Okay,
million. So less jobs than expected, I guess. It also market drop a little bit.
cool. Thanks. So yeah, that makes things jump around a bit. Let's see. Looks like now the jump has happened. Let's see if it continues in that direction or it stagnates. Usually, whatever happens with news, the normal thing is it goes in one direction based on the news, and then it goes the other way for the rest of the day. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, you can't play with those probabilities. I'd rather just play with price action. Crap. At this point, okay, good thing is it's lost 620. 620 is a key number here. At these levels, I should probably move it up to this count. So now at this point, this is where my strategy still needs a lot of work. Trade management, it's all about trailing stops, but trail is basically on pullbacks. Here's an obvious pullback and this wick, but now this candle, this is a scary one. I'm not sure what to do with it. So I'm trailing the candle because if it goes from here back up right away, that's a huge buyer coming in. I don't want to be with that buyer. I want to be with the sellers. Right now, the sellers are in charge. And so, again, it's easier to manage when you have smaller candles. As fun and exciting as big candles are, smaller candles are easier to manage. So that's where I'm struggling a bit with the trade management. Now drop the level, 620. I might just put it at 620. I'm going to trail. I'll just get closer to the candle. So it would be about, yeah, about 13 or so. 13.20 should be my stop, I think. This is pretty wild, huh? Okay, yeah, that's right there. You know that the buyers are here, right there, 617, right where it is. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna bring this in very tight just because of the 620 number. So I'm actually now trailing it tighter than I've ever trailed it before. Buyers will come in at some point. Ideally, it makes a few small dojis in this area. That would be healthy because that'll set up for a continuation. And if it does that, I can actually survive the consolidation of a few small dojis and then go. And what I like is on this candle forming right now, it made a wick. It pushed up and pushed back down. So if this candle closes bearish, I'll put the stop at 618 basically. And I can call that a one and done. That'd be nice. Anyone else catch this? Pretty explosive. Well, either this, Meta, Amazon, Nvidia, all of them, Tesla, well, they all went down. But Meta was a setup that I liked. This is where I say I should have put on more size, right? Anyways. Adrian, glad you like it, man. I'm glad you're still here. That's great. You've been trading. I was working with you a year ago, and you're still trading. That's awesome. For me, that's a success to see that you guys are in the business. You're surviving the business because it's not an easy one to survive. That's what I like to see with everyone I work with. You guys are putting in the work. It's not me. I could just share my opinions, but you got to put in the work, right? That's the difference. All right, I like the way this candle is shaping up. It's holding in this area. Very healthy. And hopefully we get 10 minutes of this before it continues down, which allows me to tighten the exit and hopefully survive and find new buyers to continue down. Go for 600 today. Be fun. Fun. Oh, God. YouTube is still a while away. Wow, I really like this candle. All right, I should I still have, we're only halfway through the candle. Really got to wait for it to close. I'm going to bring it in really tight, as in my exit plan now is if it gets to this level, I'll be out. Basically, touches 620. I don't want to play with it. And I do expect it to come back to 620 at some point. There's a level there and it's an obvious number. So, yeah, let's see. Sit and wait.
Abby, what do you think about Apple now?
Apple now, let's see, losing iPhone sales, huh? To Samsung. Apple, I don't think you can trade this thing. I mean, yeah, it looks like a reversal going down, but it's a mess. And it's not in an area that I like. It's, it could easily go the other way, have an ABCD pattern. For now, it's nothing. I would say just please avoid it. You don't want to play with this thing now. It's a very messy situation.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Meta, I tightened in the stop as well again on Meta. And how many more minutes? Okay, one more minute, and then I will bring my exit right up here to about 1550 or so. Basically 618. This is the part that makes me anxious with my trading. Just trying to protect unrealized profits.
Javi,
Mm-hmm.
and why don't just to take profit in that level and wait for other confirmation if continues down? As this concept, as you name it before, the recycle shares.
Mm-hmm. Well, I found that recycling shares is really good, really powerful, but it's very stressful. The amount of mental capital I'll have to deploy, I'll be exhausted in the next 5 minutes. So that's one big thing. I won't be able to manage it, and I've proven that to myself. And the other thing is, it's I don't find it as reliable as this. I just don't. I stop out a lot of times at break even after a partial trade and such things. Hold on, let me move this in tighter. Okay, good. Now I'm a little more relaxed about this trade. If it makes a new high off of this doji, I'll be out of here. Otherwise, continue down. Um, to put it simply, the end result of doing this trailing stop compared to the recycling shares is that I capture much bigger moves. All that partialing stuff, um, at least the way I think and the way I tend to execute, this is bigger and better. You can do that partialing stuff. It works. It's fine. You've seen me do it many times. Um, this is easier and more profitable. We put it together and that's it. And that's my thinking.
Thanks.
JCA, you want to look at MSTR? Why are you looking at stuff like this? Oh man. Well, yeah, you can see what it did, right? It did an opening range. Probably a lot of people got chopped up, then breakout. Now it's in the breakout. It might come back up to retest 360 before continuing down. It may not. I don't know. But man, this stuff, yeah, it's in play for sure. It's been in play for a bit. There's probably a lot of volume on it. Again, just wait for your patterns or whatever your setup is. Make sure you trade your setup. This is highly volatile. Look at this. It's moved, what, $15 or something already. Please, be very, very careful with yourself on this. There's money to be made, but I find that there's easier ways to make money in the market. Much easier. Like, look, this thing makes a new high. I'll be exiting this trade. That's it. And it wasn't such a big deal. This was one of the much easier trades compared to a lot of the ones I've taken recently.
Avi, where did you enter in Meta?
I entered right about on this candle, I think it was. Oh, right here at the open of this candle, right here. So we had the breakout, the retest. Once I was confirmed of the retest, I'm in it short.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, this 5-minute candle is really stressing me out a little. As long as it holds, the thing is, we also get these massive spreads on options. So the exit's gonna have to be careful with this. Again, I was saying, hopefully it does two little dojis and then continues. It's doing that now, but it's so close to making a new high that I might just exit this. I mean, not just, but if it makes that new high, that's the end of that. Come on. I can't even see this thing. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's the end of that. Wow, out. Okay, see on the spread already, that was like, $2 grand lost or something, just on the spread. Okay, so that's it. One and done for me. I don't think I need to trade much more today. Simple as you
Hey,
like.
Avi, do you want to show your levels on Meta quickly? You have time?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So Meta, so levels I have are yesterday's high, and then I had the 627. I had it yesterday from this candle. What I liked about this is, if you look, this was a big consolidation area. And when it did the breakout candle, the sellers to really break it out were over here, 627. Because it opened here, it pushed up, and the sellers just, had their way, completely took over from right there, straight down. So that's why I like this level. It was basically on this wick. And you can get some other confirmations. You can see there was selling previously in that area as well. At one point, it did turn into resistance. Over here, it was the open, and it just lost it for the day. You can see it sold through it also previously. So this level was very interesting to me. Key level. And that was that, yeah, 627. That's what happened right here at 627. Just came and made that breakout, retest, off you go, or reverse ABCD if you like. And that's it. So, yeah, that's how I like it. That's how I
Okay,
did
thank you.
that. Mhm. Yeah.
Because I'm reading Naked Forex and I see a lot of similarities between what you do and what's described in the book. But I'm having difficulties with defining the zones where they,
Yeah, I'll tell you a secret. Don't tell anyone. My strategy is just everything from that book.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody, okay?
No.
I just read
But
that.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, all good. No, that book is great. I read
Book?
it about 3 or 4 months ago. Naked Forex. And most of my strategy, like I'd say 80% of it is from that book, especially the entry criteria. A lot of it's from that book, as in pick a level on a bigger picture and then pick a time frame on a smaller picture and wait for perfect candlestick patterns and then
Yeah.
wait for confirmations of those candlestick patterns. And the exit is more of my own making. Even though I did get some clues from that book, I've always had this trailing stop idea in mind anyway, and I figured this actually aligns very nicely. So
And when you were trading on a 1 minute, did you also put your trailing stops on a 5 minute then?
no, I started on the 5 minute, this trailing stop thing. I never did it on the
Okay.
1 minute. And I wouldn't. I just no way. Be in and out so fast. It's too much too quick.
Okay.
Uh that's a shame. That should have been a $30,000 trade. Barely made 20, but can't complain. Anyways, yeah, that was good. Let me see if I can get a screenshot and get everyone excited about YouTube and do all that.
So can we consider this as a book recommendation now?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's a great book. I think it's a great book.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the better ones I've read recently.
And it's
The
about
title,
stocks
Avi?
too, or just forex?
It's it talks all about forex and strategies of to trade forex, but I say I've applied it to stocks. I just did this experiment and the results are fantastic. So I can tell you, yeah, it's great for stocks. No problem at all. Oh man, what am I doing with this?
What's the title of the book, Avi?
Naked Forex.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, screenshots.
Andrew, in a recent video, Andrew said something that I think relates also with what you always say, and maybe something that also is mentioned in the book, is that he said, give me any type of levels and I'll make it work.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Absolutely. So you got to know what you trust. If you trust levels, then yeah, give them any kind of level and you'll make it work. As in, you'll wait for your pattern or your setup or your momentum, whatever you like to trade, you'll wait for it at your level, and that's the end of that.
Yeah.
So all that's there. Yeah. All right. So one and done. It's been a while since I had a one and done. This is good. Oh boy, I resize everything. Okay, never mind.
Avi, one question. If you would like to take a reversal on Meta right now, what would you like to see?
On a reversal, just a minute. I'll look at that. All right, meta reversal. There's no reversal possibility on this because if you look at it, it's stuck at this level. There's only two real possibilities. It either gets stuck and stays like this all day, or it breaks down. There's a very unlikely possibility for reversal. The only way I would really think of it as a reversal is if it really pushes down very aggressively and then pushes back up, again, making that massive hammer with a long tail and a tiny body. If that happens now, then the new high from that would be a reversal. That's the one I would take. But that doesn't look likely at all at the moment. The buyers are just not really there. They pushed over here as expected in this area with the levels, but they're not really there. You can see the sellers are likely to take over and push it down again. It's likely to continue. Likely. So for now, I wouldn't even be thinking about reversals.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep. Hey, Tar.
Can you explain one more time why you don't take the AMD and Apple earlier in the day, even though it
Because
has a reverse hammer?
okay, you want to look at the hammer? Yeah, sure. Let's look at these. Just a moment. These charts, man. I keep messing them up. That way, things will be out of the way a little. All right, Apple. So this reverse hammer, this is the one that makes sense. Look, it's got everything. It's a very well-shaped hammer. The body's tiny, got a huge tail. It's got room to the left. It hasn't been here in a while. It's got every indication. Then it makes a new low, which is the indication to go short in this area, stop loss up there and just trail the price. But the one thing that is a problem is that it happened immediately after a very bullish action. I mean, even just the previous candle was very bullish. So that's a problem. If it was a situation where you had one or two tiny candles, dojis happening, and then you had this hammer, then I would take it. And also, of course, it has to be at a level. This is like in between. It's exactly in between the areas that I like. I only want to trade from levels. So for that reason, I'm not looking at Apple. AMD, AMD, same thing. It has everything, but it came right after a lot of bullish action. It did not really consolidate. It's close enough to a level, but this is kind of bending the rules. I'm not really going to trade this. It has to be a little closer for my liking. But again, immediately after very bullish action, it's not something I take. And look, it went. And that would have been today. And if you change your trade book today based on what you see today, you come back tomorrow and you do it, it's not going to work. You know, so stick to your trade book. That's important. So you have very, very strict criteria about candlestick patterns. As you can see, I don't look at anything else, nothing else. So I need to be absolutely firm about my candlestick patterns. Otherwise, it's, I'm just gambling. So that's how I think about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So now I got 40 minutes to kill. Should I abandon Paras on YouTube, tell him I can't make it? No, not fair. I'll go and then I'll be done.
Or you will make your parents happy if you go to dinner.
Yeah, I should go to dinner, but you know what? These long, elaborate dinners also don't suit me. I'd rather shorten that. So happy to come and have a chat on YouTube and talk to everyone here.
Good point.
We'll make it over there. Yeah, it's a bit of a family gathering. Family gatherings are great, but they just get long. Sometimes it gets too long, and it's a night for me too. And I got to be up tomorrow at 6 a.m. My kids go to school. I got to get them up. I got to do all that. So, anyways, so anyone get anything good? I mean, we've had moves since the very open today.
Thanks
Scalping.
for the meta. Meta was nice.
Yeah, meta worked nicely. Very nicely.
Yeah. Thank you. That
Sure.
was a good call.
That's a pleasure. Now you know what to look for. You can do it yourself.
He's trying.
That's the key, man. That's the key. That's how you stay in this business. You don't want to rely on anybody. You want to learn it, really learn it, and find your way. That's what I'm trying to facilitate here.
And it takes time for your eyes to get used to it.
Absolutely. I mean, it took me, I've been doing this 6 years almost now, 5.5, 6 years. And yesterday I made a great big mess of everything. So I'm still going to make mistakes at some point, but manage your risk and, all that stuff.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Oh my God, these comments in BBT. How do you walk with such big balls? What the hell? Can we be talking about that online? What's AMD? No, not AMD. Okay, that thing's going the other way. Except Meta. Meta will go down to 600 and I'm going to be upset. But we don't know for now. It's another period of consolidation at the moment on basically everything.
Avi, engulfing candle on Google on a level.
Yeah, just a moment. Okay, Google. Yeah, you see the thing about engulfing candles and with the strategy I use with trading naked is it's got to be a serious engulfing. For example, let's look at this one. If this had a wick up here, for example, somewhere that was beyond the previous candle's wick, and then it actually, had this candle that closed right now near the bottom, it's a major engulfing. It's not like just barely engulfing the previous candle. It's totally overtaking it by twice the distance. Now that's a setup. That works as far as engulfing candles goes. Because the thing about engulfings, there are different qualities. This would have been a good quality one. This could still be a good quality one if it closes up in this area, maybe somewhere close to 200. Then you take the new high and then you go. Now that would be a huge wide stop. So for that reason, I don't typically trade these engulfing candles. And you also don't find them very often on 5-minute charts or any kind of intraday chart. Very rare. You find them more in the Forex market on a 4-hour chart and stuff like that. So it's not really, see, it closed. It isn't engulfing right now, but it's not a high quality one. It's not something I want to put a risk on. So it's not really in my trade book. I don't really look at engulfings. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, sure did. Thanks.
Avi, how many patterns do you have in your actual trade book?
I've got, let's see, we have the hammer, let's call it. We have the double bottom, double top. That's one pattern. You know what? Why am I have it written down? What the hell? Easy enough. I'm guessing. So the retest is one. The doubles, double top, double bottom, that's another. The hammer reversal, that's the third. And the hammer in an ABCD pattern, a continuation pattern. So that's four. Four patterns, that's it. And the most common ones I see are the one I took today, which is the retest, and the double bottom, double top reversal.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I'm sorry. Not recently. Recently, I've just seen the hammers. But anyways, yeah, that's four. So that's it. Just four very specific, very perfectly well defined. So it's easy to know when that's not there. And if it's not there, as in if it's 80% there, it's not worth taking, Not worth taking at all.
So Avi, is retest double bottom, and what's the other two?
Retest the double, and you have the long tail hammer reversal. And then you have, let's just call it a long tail hammer inside ABCD pattern. I haven't seen those in a while. Oh, but look, Apple just did one here. I'll show it to you. So an ABCD pattern, just call it that. So this hammer here, then the new high, so the entry would have been like 30 seconds ago, would be the entry. The stop below it, and off you go. You're in this. So this pattern is a good one. This is exactly it. I wasn't even looking. So you have the A, B, the big move, then the consolidation. And this was the deepest pullback. And if you look at where it went down to, it hasn't been here in a while. There's room to the left. So that's telling me that's a good area, as well as it is one of those hammers. I'd like the body to be closer to the top. And then basically when it makes a new high off of that candle, that's the entry. With a stop, you can put below the level, below the candle, below the previous candle, below the entry candle, depending on how aggressive you are. I typically go below this hammer candle and I move it fairly quickly. And there you go. This thing's going for 250 or something.
So this has to be in a consolidation?
Yes, this is a near perfect setup. This is almost a precise in a consolidation. So if it goes and then this hammer happens right here, for example, that's not good. I wouldn't take that. That's not the pattern. I've made that mistake a few times. Wait for the consolidation to really become a consolidation. And within that consolidation somewhere, you get a real deep pullback and it closes as a great big hammer like this, something like this. Then the new high, it could happen the next candle or 2 or 3 candles later. The new high is where you enter. Oh, I should have taken this.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Boom. Anyone take this? I wasn't even looking at it. AMD's doing one right now. Take a look, guys. Yeah, go ahead.
This deep pullback in Apple could be also a false breakdown.
Down here?
Yes.
I don't see any breakdown or breakout. This you can even see this as a retest. Look at
because you have
breakout, retest, and go. You can see it that way too.
Because you have 3 candles on the left that are with a resistance at 244.40 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. See, these were in the same area, and I wouldn't trade this, but this pulled back deeper and it closed as a hammer. It did both things. So that's good. That works.
Okay.
If you look at AMD, this could happen the same way. If this closes near its low right here somewhere, this ends up being that perfect hammer shape. Then the new low is where I'd enter short. And you can see it's basically a reverse ABCD pattern, or you can even see it as a breakout of this level, retest and go. And it's all there. Oh my God. Now this is where I got to stop looking at this stuff. Look at this. My goodness, I can't believe I got out of this right there. But the strategy dictates to get out. I just waited for the wick and then, oh my God. All right.
This is all Paris' fault
I'm gonna blame
that you have
Paris.
to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame him. I'm gonna blame Paris. I'm gonna blame my parents. I'm gonna blame everybody. I have to go to dinner, so I'm not trading anymore. I gotta go on YouTube. I'm not trading. Oh, shit.
Man, you're lucky you can sit on your hand.
Uh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Take a look at AMD, guys. The setup is looking good. Now my head's not in the right place to trade anymore. I know if I trade now, I'm gonna make a mess of it and blow something up, so I'm not going to. But reverse hammer, new low would be the entry. Stop right above it, and then you tighten it up. I like the setup. It's pretty good. Let me see. Is it? Yeah, it's pretty much what I like. I don't see any problems with it. Everything's just crashing. This market is in free fall. Mhm. Yep, there you go. Who got that AMD? Look at that. Enter the new low. It's already in your favor. Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
took that lead.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Take it. Look at that. There's opportunities everywhere. Google's doing the same thing. Oh, a little more difficult on Google. I have to shoot myself on Meta. This would have been double the size today. Double the P&L if I just held on. Wow. All righty. So anyone want to talk about anything else? Otherwise, I'll take a little break and get on YouTube soon. Any other questions?
Avi, I took a trade yesterday on Meta around 12:30. I think it was a Mountain Pass. I don't know if you want to take a look at it or backtrack during the day, but I just thought I'd put it out there.
Yeah, I see it up here on the chart. Double top, basically. And did you get out at break even or so? Or did you get it to work?
I put my stop loss too low, so I stopped out. I didn't catch it in time,
Mm-hmm.
but I tried.
All right. Well, firstly, most importantly, you know where your stop is before you enter and you stick to it. That's important. That way you don't blow it up if it doesn't work. And secondly, as far as the strategy goes, yeah, the mountain passes there. That's more, Peter can tell you all the details about that, of course. And there's webinars and write-ups on that. But it's definitely not a strategy I trade. It's similar to double top I do, but it's not there because for me, it has to have a level, a key level on a bigger perspective. So for me, I'd look at the daily chart. If it does this kind of pattern at the daily chart at that level, then maybe I would look at it. But also, what I don't like about the setup here is that the tops are in the same place. The second top should be lower than the first. That's telling you that the sellers are taking over, and then you go with it. So that's what I would think about. But anyways, keep refining it. Trade it small, and trade it with obviously risk management. And you can keep refining it to the point where it's how you like it. Cool.
Great, thank you.
Wasn't I telling you guys about half an hour ago? Everybody's short something. Something. Everything's going. This market's crazy. Anyways, all good. Anyone, any other questions? Want to talk about something before I go? JCA, you want to do AMD? I don't do targets on anything anymore, but if I had a target, it'd be the next level around 127.50 right there. That's the only target I'd have in mind. But again, I don't do targets. Ben, you want a video on the strategy? Yeah, so if you go to in our Discord in the announcements tab, announcements channel, go to the pinned notes up there, pinned posts, And in there, you'll find a couple of YouTube videos. Those are recordings of webinars I've done on this strategy, and it's all really well laid out. It's going to be about 3 hours to watch them all. It's really well laid out. You can get it in there, and that's not a YouTube video in the sense. Like you can't find it. It's unlisted on YouTube. It's just that's where I'm hosting it, so you can't find it unless you know what that link is. So
what was it called again? Pin post?
Yeah, pinned posts in the announcements tab that we've got. I've
Okay.
pinned a few posts up there, and in there you'll find two YouTube links. Use those.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's the only way to get those videos. Otherwise, they're not to be found. Cool. All right, guys. That was fun. I'll take it easy. We'll be back tomorrow and do the same thing. In the meanwhile, I'll be on YouTube in about 30 minutes. And come say hi over there. We'll have some fun with us.
Thanks,
See
Avi.
you on YouTube.
Appreciate it.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.